Welcome to High Value Blueprint, the channel where we break down the conversations that challenge mindsets and spark debate. Today, we're reacting to a Kevin Samuels clip that's got plenty of people talking. Let's dive in and see what lessons we can pull from it.
Hi,
Hello,
hello.
how are you?
I'm doing good. I want to get on the panel later.
Well, this is what it kind of looked like. So, do you think it's over? What do you think?
As far as black women,
Yeah,
are
Hello.
we talking about
hi.
as far as getting married or dating?
Yeah, that's all we really talk about. Is it? Yeah, I don't care about dating as much as do you think the average black woman is done for when it comes to marriage?
I
Yeah.
believe so because I'm pretty much done with it myself. Or I just never really wanted to. That was never something
Okay,
I personally attained for myself.
I'm going to come back to you, Moneymaker. Okay, you never worried about it yourself? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's Michelle?
Me, I'm Michelle.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, Michelle. So this is how the panel is going to kind of look. I can put up to 4 people in there. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have two.
So, in other words, fuck marriage, but I'll have kids.
It wasn't really that. Me and their father was together as teenagers,
Okay.
and just by the time we got to the marrying age, I would say by the time we were 23, 24, looking towards marriage, I was done with the relationship. He cheated a
How? Wait a
lot,
minute.
so
But you already had the kids.
yes, we already had the children. Yes.
So this one. So I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Black women, it seems like being a wife is more of a big deal than being a mother.
For some people, it was never that type of thing to me, and maybe because of what I saw as far as being a wife. I
Okay.
saw a
So
woman,
why don't you? Okay. So I don't want to just assume. But how old are your
mhm,
kids?
14 and I'm,
14 and 9.
yes,
And how old are you?
33,
33.
yes.
So you had a kid at 18 or 19 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and then another one at 24, 25, 23, 24.
Yes.
All right. So why was marriage no big deal then?
Um, Marriage was never a big deal on mine. I would say because I personally never I think I have like commitment phobia almost.
Like what?
Like I have a thing with commitment. I just don't personally believe, the
But
vows
you,
that people
but
say.
you,
I
but you
just
made a
don't
baby with
personally I
somebody.
don't see people live that lifestyle, basically.
So what? See, this doesn't make sense to me, is man, because it's like phobias and commitment. You committed to being somebody's mama until you die.
Yes.
What is it with women like yourself that don't seem to realize that that's crazy to us? Meaning that it's all right to be a mama and struggle or try to do the job of two people as one person.
Well, actually, I never had to do the job as far as their dad by myself because their dad has always been present. However, in a single mom aspect of, us living apart, I live, in my separate state and you live in yours.
Present
That
doesn't
makes
mean.
things
See, the
difficult,
thing
but
is,
that I
okay.
never
See,
wanted to be a
we
wife.
we get it we get it confused just because a child can be maintained.
Hmm.
A roof over her head, food on the plate, and clothes on her back does not mean a child is being raised. Trying to do the job of two people means you're one person in the house.
Correct.
That means there's a deficit. That means you're one side. You are unbalanced. It's a female's way of looking at things with no men in the house. And as somebody who has had to try to do things on the weekend, that's not the same. Why is
No,
it
that's
that?
not the same. However, that doesn't mean every woman. I don't. You get what I'm saying? Some women look at marriage or being a wife as a pivotal point to success in life. That just never been.
You sound very.
I've
I
never
mean, so it's
really.
all right. So it's basically okay to walk around with you and kids and no structure.
No, not me and my kids and no structure. Yes, we probably should have more structure with having a father in the home. Absolutely, there's more structure, but it's okay for me to not be to be committed to being a mother, but not being committed to being a wife.
No, it's
You get
not.
what I'm
No,
saying?
no, no. See, I get that y'all want to believe that, but the results are pretty clear. That's why the black community is at the bottom, because there's so many women that, like yourself, think, all right, I'll commit to being a mother.
It's either I can
Listen, now I'll
commit
let
or
you
I can
speak.
settle.
Don't let me speak. And then
Okay.
your child is 14 and 9. You don't know what it's going to be yet. You don't know until they're out of your house and realize, ever 18, what kind of people do we make? So you really don't know yet. But what we do know is the woman that came before you that
Hmm.
have children and don't worry about marriage. Do you have boys or girls?
I have a son and a daughter.
So you don't want your daughter to be married either.
No, not that I don't want my daughter to be married. If that's what she wants to do, she can. But I never made it a priority or a thing for myself. That's just me. I
But
don't
it was all
feel
right to have the kids.
I have not met the man that I feel that I can commit to,
Did you feel like the man you could do what?
that I can commit to with the way that he acts. Just like perfect example, I
So
could be
why
with
make
your
babies
father
for the
and we could
men?
be
Then why make
we
so see, ma'am, all this stuff would make sense if you wouldn't decide to become a mother once or twice. And this is what I need you ladies to start listening to. Close your mouth in this
listen.
situation. Listen. This is what's wrong part of the problem in our community. We got women saying this stuff, and y'all don't listen to the rest. This is why our community is jacked up. We got so many individual women talking about, well, I don't need to, I don't know a man who can do this or that. And it's like, well, who cares? You're somebody's mother, and we need families.
Yes, we do need families, but I do not support being a family with a male. Just because you have a penis does not mean you can leave.
But then why have his babies?
What do you mean I have his babies? We were in love. We had children. Just like people get married and they get divorced. It's the same thing to
No,
me.
it's not. It is not the
It
same thing.
is.
It is not the same thing, and
What's the difference?
that is another jacked up part of. You don't even know what you. Basically, what you're saying is like so many women. Whether you're married or not married, it don't matter because people can divorce.
But I'm
Marriage is
just saying in
on.
general,
Listen,
people are
no, no,
divorced.
no, I don't, no, no, no. Whether we get married or not, relationships can break up. It's this. All things are equal. It's always relative. And the problem is in our community, this is how women think. It's no big deal whether you're married or not. Just make the babies and have fractured, broken homes because
No,
I can
nobody
trust
set up.
you.
We didn't set up to have a fractured or broken home
But
because
that's what you got.
had I not left the relationship, we would still be together to this day.
So you broke,
To
like
this
I
day.
say, I say a lot of modern women
But
are
I
home
left the
wreckers. A
relationship
lot
because
of
I
women
was
are
not
home
about to let
wreckers. You wreck
somebody.
your own homes.
I
This is
wreck
what
my
we
home
end
because
up
I'm not gonna
doing.
allow a man to
We end
disrespect
up, a
me
lot of
or
women
put his
start,
hands on me in
you
front
can't
of my
overtalk me.
children just to
You can't
say he have a
overtalk me.
home.
Oh, no, hell no. You can't overtalk me. And that's not going to work. I've been trying to be cool, but when I start talking, you start talking, you can do that shit with your man, but you can't do that here.
But you do it to her.
If you want to
But
wreck
he
your
did it
home,
to
it's cool.
you.
But this is why our
But he did
community
it to
is jacked up
you.
because you women don't even listen to another point of view.
You're not listening.
You don't
You're
listen.
not listening. You sound like
Get
the
your little
person
cackling friend and check her.
tackling my
Check your
ass.
cackling friend. If you want to
Tackling
talk,
my
woman, get on
ass.
it.
You don't know
Check
what
your
you're talking
friend on
about.
bouncing. If she wants to get on,
Oh
tell her
yeah,
to bring her butt on it.
absolutely.
No, tell her to
Playmaker.
get on
I
the no,
chose
tell
him.
her to bring herself on the screen or y'all both go. I don't do that
I'm
background
at work
noise.
in my business
Tell your
as
friend
a
to get
single
on and you
parent,
bounce.
not
Hold on.
married.
Stop
You
talking.
can't even control your friend. This is crazy.
I'm not
This is
trying
this
to.
is the shit we talking. I'm seriously. Listen what just happened. I don't know a man that's good enough to do such and so forth. And who wants to be dealing with some foolishness like that? The only group of women that sit around and try to justify and make it make sense as to, well, I can go be a young mother, a teenage mother at 18 or 19 years old when you ain't got no business being a mother, not married, and then go do it again and then talk about the downsides of it. Ladies, understand, this is why so many men feel like you're done. Because listen to our little cackling ass friend in the background. it. It's no big deal to be a single mama because relationships break up. And see, all of this is only an issue because you decided if you just wanted to point to now, you bring your friend back on here after dinner.
No, she apologized and she's gonna be quiet. Why?
But the thing is, ma'am, I'm coming back in about an hour and I will have the conversation with you. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is why. Okay, let me ask you this question. Aside from you, is marriage a good idea for the raising of children or not?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. I believe that. Yes.
But 80% of our children in our community are born outside of marriage.
Correct.
And when we do have marriages, our women are leaving 80% of the time.
Right.
And I think you did say that if you hadn't left the relationship, it'd still be going on.
Correct.
Okay. So to men on the outside looking in, if you could have one child, 2 children for a man, why can't you stay there and figure it out?
Well, I could not stay there because he was not only physically abusive towards me, but he would constantly cheat on me. And not only to the point that he would at least cheat and I wouldn't know about it. These women would be calling, harassing, coming to my home. It was too much. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For me to be dealing with a man with 2 children that we have. I'm in college. I moved out of state to be with him. I committed to our relationship the whole time we have been together. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is at the time we are discussing getting together, getting married, and I just refuse to say, hey, I don't want to tolerate disrespect, and I will not allow a man to disrespect me in front of my children. I don't want my son to think that that is okay.
Hold on. Now, I was all right with you until you started talking about I will allow a man to disrespect me in front of my children. They're not your children.
Well, there are children, but
the thing is, that's not what you women always say, my children. It becomes about you. It's about me and me. I'm not going to let you do this to me in front of mine. And that's the problem I have with so much of this position. It's always about you. Because I'm going to ask, before your first child, was there cheating and abuse?
No.
Was there either?
No.
After the first child?
I will tell you this. I was not aware of the
After
cheating.
the first child was born, was there abuse?
Yes.
Was there cheating?
Yes.
Then did you require him to have any kind of therapy?
Yes.
Did he get it?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
and
you
did
did
not
not.
take it seriously.
So, ma'am, you did not require it because you had another baby with him.
I left him. Okay, I left him for 1 year. We broke up for a year.
All right.
We separated because I was that serious. And after that year that we separated, he told me, "Hey, I got some help. I'm a better person now.
Did you
Let's
verify
start
he got help?
over." Yeah, I fell for the okie doke.
No. I'm asking, did you verify that he got the help?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't
so
verify.
so let me stop right here. The ma'am, even if I give you the benefit of the doubt that you had one child, you were young, and the abuse and cheating started afterwards, you did not require better treatment before you went back and had another baby. So you knew what you were going back to.
To a certain degree, but no, I thought we had enough time apart.
Well, that's called blissful ignorance. You chose not to. Okay, do you own a car?
Yes.
Would you go buy a new car just because it's shiny without test driving and doing the Carfax?
No.
Then why would you have another baby with a man who has an abusive past without verifying that he actually got the help that he said he got?
That is true, but at the time I was probably 22.
Doesn't matter, ma'am. 22
I'm
year
just
olds,
telling you,
22 year olds. See,
not really there.
What I'm saying is, you ladies know how to make logical purchasing decisions, but you don't choose men. Because see, ultimately, it's relationships are reflected. You picked your child's father. You chose to have a baby before you got married. Then after he acted up, this should have ended back then,
Yes, it
but it
should.
didn't. But it didn't. So everything that goes on from there is your fault. You signed back
No,
up
that
for
is
this.
true.
Well,
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
listen. So you don't get to go ahead and pull the plug later and say, I'm not going to allow him to disrespect me, so on and so forth, because you allowed it. You volunteered to go back, so you don't get to all of a sudden make the reason you're leaving, the reason you're leaving important now. That's the reason you left the first time. See, that's why it doesn't make sense to us. I mean, it's like, well, wait a minute. If we give you the benefit of the doubt, but you went back again without verifying that you got the help.
Mhm.
You went back into that situation. Then you made another child with no legal
Yes.
marriage. And then you say, well, it continued to go on, so I left. You left the first time because it was unacceptable, right?
Correct.
Then you shouldn't have gone back.
I shouldn't have went back, but yeah, but that's what the mistake
But
that you
once you
make
go
when you're
back, you
young
should
and
have
dumb.
stayed, because see, that's the difference. Now I'm gonna tell you the difference.
No.
If you gone back the second time, if you didn't do your homework, you should have stayed. Because now you got two children. And no single man out here deserves to have to deal with this situation.
Mhm.
Do you understand that? At least that's how men are looking at this.
But I don't need them to be my children's father because they have a dad.
Okay. What do you do for a living? Well, do you go to college?
Who, me?
You went to college?
Yes, I did.
What's your degree in?
Computer science.
What do you do for a living?
I work for TurboTax. I own a call center. I own a few businesses.
Okay. You said you did what first?
I work for TurboTax.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
TurboTax corporate?
Yes.
Or you run your own business?
I run my own business.
Do you make in excess of six figures?
Yeah.
Over $150,000 a year?
Probably about right there.
What state do you live in?
Ohio.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you could, with two kids, you know the prognosis. And my question is this: have you had therapy?
Yes.
How long ago?
Probably up until last year.
Oh, and then you stopped. You stopped. Oh, okay. How long were you in it?
Probably for a year prior to that.
Okay, and you only had your 1 year therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And your opinion about relationships and marriage and relationships are still disheartened.
No, not that it's this hard. I just feel like it's just gonna take a special man to deal with me. Um, that can be understanding for one, because for one, I like to make six figures, so I like to work like you. However, I can be submissive as well, and it just takes like dating regular men. As far as dating regular guys that have 9 to 5s with jobs, they are sometimes a little intimidated.
So in other
When
words,
you can go,
you're gonna need a man who's earning about what you're earning or more, an entrepreneur.
yes, yes.
Okay, then what does that kind of man who's had to work to earn that kind of value typically want from a woman?
Um, I don't know. They all require different things.
Well,
I
they all
believe
pretty much require the similar things. How tall are you?
5'2",
Dress size?
dress size is 12,
How much you weighed last time you weighed yourself?
206.
Okay, so you're 5'2", 200 pounds with two children.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, you do realize that a man who's making that kind of money, you're invisible to them.
Not really.
For marriage, yes.
Oh, maybe for marriage, but
That's what we're talking. That's what I
I'm
talk
kind
about.
of
See,
invisible
that's
to
what I talk
marriage
about.
in
That's why.
general.
See, hold on. See, no,
No,
that's why.
I'm just saying
No,
I'm kind of
no, you can't
invisible to
overtalk. You
marriage
can't
in general.
overtalk me. Don't see. We were
Okay.
doing good until it started to get tight. Then you want to overtalk me. You
Okay,
can't do
go
that.
ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
See, I was very clear about relationships, marriage, and if you've had therapy and this and that. Okay, you said you're going to need a very special kind of man who's understanding. Check. And because I want to make the kind of money I want to make, he's going to need to be flexible and not be intimidated. Check. That means you need a high value, a high earning man. Check. They got lots of options. And the one thing they want is they want cooperation. Number 2, fit. 3, friendly. 4th, no children. Fit, children, cooperation don't seem to be on your range right now. See, what the reality is there's a finite shortage of high earning men. There's a plethora of you women, and that's what I'm saying. If you need to have such a high end man, I'm sorry to tell you, like all other women, you get no higher than your baby daddy. Not for marriage. Because a man comes along and says, I'm going to take on this child and I'm up here and he's down here. No, thank you. I'll take that. And your friends and your girlfriends, y'all can say whatever, but the reason this platform works and this show works is because it is a tremendous amount of input from the very kind of men you say you want. And that's just what I tell you, ladies. So if you're not finished with the therapy to the point to where your mindset about relationships have changed, you're pretty much saying, without saying, that you're going to die alone, meaning unmarried.
I didn't say unmarried or that I would die alone. It was just that I'm not going to settle.
Well, but
I'm not
that's
a
the fact.
settler.
But see, either you marry and have somebody or you don't. And the choice of who gets married is on the men's side. So it's not a matter of settling, ma'am. Somebody would be, the kind of man you want would be settling for you.
Would they?
Yeah, you got 2 kids and 200 pounds. When he
Man,
can be
Kevin.
what he is, okay, take it away from you, man. But he is $100,000+ earner. All women want him. Why else would he want to get a mid-30s, 200-pound woman with 2 kids who has a problematic baby daddy? When he can pick a younger woman with no kids who's ready to go on this program. So it comes down to this.
Okay.
Women choose access, women control access to sex and who gets born. Men control access to relationships and marriage. That's our trope. That's what we control. And without that, if a man does not choose to make you his wife, that means you will die unmarried, i.e. die alone. And if you're making the kind of money you're talking about making, you should be one of the few women that should be able to have your $1.6 to $2.4 million you'll need to retire on to live from 65 to 85. That's the one upside of your income is what you say it is.
My income is great. And the guys that I usually date are usually 6 to 8 figure guys. So I don't know.
Okay. See, I make the definite distinction between dating and dealing with the marriage.
It's me, Kevin. It's me with the problem. I've been proposed to 6 different times.
So I
I
want to be
have a
clear.
problem.
It's you with the. I
I'm
know
willing
it's
to
you with the.
admit.
So are you saying that you have these men in Ohio
These men are all over the country.
and they want to marry you?
I've had a few that wanted to marry me that I've told no.
How long ago did this person and they okay?
The
So
last time
I
I've
make
been
hold on.
proposed to.
Let me set the table. I want to
Okay.
be clear because this is where it starts
Yeah.
to get muddled. The only way a man really says he wants to marry you is he actually drops to one knee in public and presents a ring with significant characters and proposes. That's how a man says he wants to marry you. Not just I want to marry you. You mean you had somebody drop to one knee and propose to you?
Kevin, I have had somebody drop to on me and propose to me. I've had somebody do
I'm talking about
surprise.
one of these 6 or
Listen,
8 figure
Kevin,
men.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling
That's a
you all
yes or
these
no.
different scenarios.
That's a yes or no.
I've had people drop to their knees. I'm telling you about multiple times. I've had people drop to their knees and propose in public. I have had people also take me
Are we
directly to
talking
the
about?
courthouse,
But I want to be
try
clear.
to
The people. Are
surprise
you talking
me.
about? No, the men we talk about. We talking
Listen,
about men making 6 figures plus.
Kevin,
Is that a yes
listen.
or no? That man,
That's a yes.
okay.
That's a
So
yes.
you've had how many? How many of these top 10% earning men have proposed to you?
2.
Where the first one proposed to you?
The first time was my kid's father. It was in Atlanta. It was just us and our children. and
That's
he
not public.
proposed.
That's not public.
No, that
It
was
doesn't
not
count.
public, but it was
It
just us and our
doesn't
children.
count. It doesn't count. But even your child's father, the guy don't. So where's the next one?
The next proposal was him again. That one was not also not public.
So the same man proposed to you twice.
Yes. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it. Don't record and do not upload my videos on from Instagram anywhere else. If I stop uploading my content, I will upload my videos when I get them edited the way I want to. People, what happened again? See, when you start getting specific, I got all these high value men earning all this money. It turned out to be the same very baby daddy you say was whooping your ass and cheating on you. Now all of a sudden he's gone from being a deadbeat, not a deadbeat, a questionable guy to all of a sudden a 6 or 8 figure earner. Ladies, you need to understand that's what men are dealing with when they're out here dating. Finished.
That was a really deep conversation, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. Share your thoughts down in the comments, whether you agree, disagree, or have your own perspective to add. I read through all the feedback because that's where the real discussions continue even after the video ends. So don't just watch and leave. Let's build this into a space where we can exchange ideas and grow together. Drop your comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.